Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. It is time to talk finances and the FIRE movement. Here to talk about financial independence, retire early, is Kathleen Elkins, senior investing correspondent for Business Insider. Hi, Kathleen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. You investigate investments. We love that about you. What are some challenges people are finding in this new FIRE movement, and what is it all about?
Yeah, so the FIRE movement is essentially this movement where people are saving the majority of their incomes in order to exit the 9 to 5 grind before the traditional retirement age. And, obviously that sounds great. There are definitely some benefits. It means you can go to yoga at 11 a.m. if you want to. But as one of my colleagues and I started to hear from some of our sources, there are definitely some major challenges as well. And we were lucky that some of them opened up to us about, some of the realities of quitting their day jobs early.
Yeah, talk to us about some of those realities. And if you decide to retire early, how can you kind of protect yourself from some of the, potholes or speed bumps along the way?
Totally, yeah. So for starters, there's this fear of running out of money. You no longer have guaranteed paychecks hitting your bank account every month. And you also may go from having some nice employee benefits. Maybe you have a 401k plan, maybe you have health insurance, and now you have to figure that out on your own. And then what we're also hearing from some early retirees is kind of this feeling of losing a sense of purpose that a steady career brings. And then finally, there's just curveballs. There's, the spike in inflation in recent years. And so things cost a lot more maybe than early retirees are planning on. And so what a lot of people are doing to kind of safeguard against this is they're still working, maybe just part-time and working kind of more on their own terms as opposed to a full-time 9 to 5 job.
So what are the key factors we should consider when we're thinking about either retiring early or returning to work after we've retired too soon?
Yeah, I think it's really important that if you are retiring early, you build a big enough nest egg. And so a very popular rule of thumb in the FIRE community is called the 4% rule. And this basically helps people figure out their number and how much money they need to last them in retirement. And it's a pretty simple rule. You basically figure out how much money you spend per year, maybe just for simple math, let's call it $50,000 a year. And then you multiply that by 25, so that would give you about $1.25 million. And then 4% of that is 50,000. So that's your number. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of funds to last you, and that's kind of it's not a perfect rule, but it's a helpful starting point.
And then what about if you decide you've retired too soon? What are there penalties involved if you decide to go back to work after you've made this big decision to call it quits?
No, some early retirees I've spoken to have actually gone back to the 9 to 5 world. They kind of experienced some of these challenges that we talked about, decided it's not for me, and I want to go back to that steady paycheck. I think what a lot of people are also doing is just finding ways to work part-time and working on their own terms as opposed to working full-time.
I think the gig economy probably helps a lot too for older retirees because it does give them that flexibility they're looking for.
100%. We have some early retirees who are doing side hustles anywhere from, starting a YouTube channel to running blogs to, building courses to help people, do the same, retire early and quit their day jobs. There definitely are side hustle options out there. And for these people, there's a big difference between having to go to work and answering to a boss between the hours of 9 and 5 and working on what they truly want to work on.
Great information. For more on FIRE, financial independence, retire early, check out businessinsider.com or dailyflashshow.com.